nearly 9,500 senior citizens in Minnesota are getting the COVID vaccine at community sites across the state in the latest round of vaccinations. This time, it includes a pilot clinic at the National Sports Center in Blaine. As Mike Johnson reports, officials say they are preparing for the day when there is no longer a crippling vaccine shortage.
In a room at the National Sports Center where virtual golf lessons are usually held, workers set up for the latest round of COVID-19 vaccinations for people over 65. The NSC is one of 9 community clinic sites across the state, and an appointment is required.
If they don't have an appointment and they just show up, I'm afraid they're not going to be able to get vaccinated. We have far more demand for vaccination right now than we do vaccines to give out, and that's really part of this. The purpose of this pilot project is to make sure that we get our processes working well, work all the kinks out so that when we do get more vaccine, our systems are very smooth.
Here, 10 nurses administer the Pfizer vaccine to more than 2,000 people over a 3-day period. It's a 45-minute process from check-in, getting the injection, and then waiting afterward to make sure there is no adverse reaction. State Incident Commander Elaine Eschenbacher says people are relieved to be getting the vaccine, but there's also frustration.
Certainly there's some frustration with the process, and that's exactly why we're doing this pilot, to work out the kinks. But by and large, people are really grateful to be getting the vaccine, and glad to be a part of this even as we work out those kinks.
The plan calls for 3 days of vaccinations followed by second doses in February, but everything depends on how much vaccine is available.
Certainly those plans could change if we get more vaccine coming in. We're trying to be as nimble as possible so that if that eventuality comes about, we can offer something like this again.
Eschenbacher says they can sometimes get more doses than expected out of a vial. In that case, there's a waiting list for people they can call at the last minute, so not a single dose gets wasted. For North Metro TV News, I'm Mike Johnson reporting.
Hundreds of local educators are among the 15,000 people receiving their vaccination at a special event in St. Paul.